Well, hello there. What is going on, everyone? We are live, and I just wanted to sit down and chat with you guys on a Saturday afternoon. We are been doing a lot more videos lately. I had taken a break for a while, and well, I had a rough time. Wow, Will, what is your favorite fish? I have not seen that pop up in chat for a long time. Where you been? Where you been, man? um, but today, my favorite fish is mahi. But yeah, so videos now for a while now, and I think we're kind of getting to that point where I'm trying to ramp up, back up kind of how I was with the videos every day, and I thought it was a good time to do just a live chat and hang out and talk about stuff because it has been a kind of a low news period. We have not had rapid news or rapid releases for X-Wing, Armada, and Legion like we used to. Even Marvel Crisis Protocol has had some slowdown, although they're starting to get back into it now. I've got a couple more Marvel Crisis Protocol videos, and those are getting ready to come out, over the next week. But we've got other things filling in the gaps, and what do we see? We got there. Hello there, Frog. Uncharted got his AA5 and lat. Awesome, Peter. From 37,000 feet above Nevada. Wow, are you watching on an airplane or are you just on a mountaintop? Oh, hello to Peter on a mountaintop or in the sky. Perhaps you are a superhero flying above the Earth. Or maybe in low orbit. Maybe you're on a space station that's crashing. And no, but anyway, so we are. But hi everybody, thanks for hanging out with us today. We're just gonna chat a little bit about. You're on a plane. Very cool. Isn't technology amazing that you can be traveling like really, really fast, so fast that you are flying inside a little metal cylinder, and not only that, we can also beam a signal to you, and you can beam it back to me in near real time. Like, it's just absolutely magnificent the way technology has come. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the channel and what we're going to be some things that are going on right now. One of the big things is there's a whole new project. If you guys haven't already seen it, it's called A Forgotten Dream. It's an interactive RPG where you guys all get to make suggestions, and my patrons will be voting. Patrons, if you haven't already, I already put up the pre-vote. It's kind of your last opportunity to add some of your own input into the RPG. That just went up on Patreon this morning, so check that out. I've also got another giveaway on Patreon that's going to be, actually the winner just got announced, so check that. We're going to do a giveaway here in the stream. So speaking of giveaways, let me grab my little box of goodies and see what we've got here. Oh, all right. We're going to go with Armada stuff, and I've got a little CommsNet promo for all you flotilla lovers out there. We've got a CommsNet promo. We're going to have two of these. So if you are watching this after the fact, you will still have an opportunity to win one. Also, I'm going to give one out in the stream, and I'm going to give the other one out in Discord. So if you're not already in Discord, the link is going to be in the video description. There's a lot of links in there, and that's kind of one of the things I want to talk about also is check the links in the videos because there's new ones in there that didn't used to be there. Like, for example, how many of you didn't know that also I'm on Instagram right now? I'm also on TikTok. I'm experimenting, and I know like a lot of people have different opinions about TikTok because I'm not gonna lie, it's mostly nonsense. It is absolutely mostly nonsense. But I'm trying to put a little bit of quality out there. I was actually a suggestion over in Discord, TikTok, and also there's going to be more. But it's a great opportunity just to put stuff out there that doesn't meet the criteria for other types. Like if there's just quick thoughts or whatever that don't validate a whole video, TikTok is there for that, and we're doing stuff like that. So that's going on. So check out TikTok. Follow me on there. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all of that stuff. I've been expanding a little bit more on social media. Plus, YouTube might not be around forever or whatever. And since, I don't want to have all of my presence in just one platform, and then something changes, and then all of a sudden I disappear. So I'm just trying to spread out a little bit, and a large part of it is me just kind of throwing ideas up against the wall and seeing what sticks. A lot of I've been painting my Rebel fleet. This is all done now, and some of these guys came out pretty good. I ran some of them in a tournament last week. Made a video of that too. That's going to be going live probably this week. So that's also a fun thing. So we got a tournament report, and the tournament reports are different than normal battle reports. You got your LVO tickets. Very cool, very cool. I still don't know about LVO. I don't know about LVO for me personally. I'm unsure. One of the things is I'm not sure if I'm gonna have to wear a mask the whole time, and I don't know if I want to have to wear a mask for an entire weekend convention. And is it worth, the investment to do all of that? And then what game would I sign up for? I mean, Legion sold out right away. Armada, I don't know if that's sold out yet, and it's gonna be easier to travel with an Armada fleet. But X-Wing I don't play competitively enough to go to LVO and do all that, so I'm not sure. But I'm pretty much liking the new Armada fleet, and I'm thinking man, I kind of want to paint all of my ships, right? I want to do a fleet, a version of every faction with some kind of alternate paint scheme. But I really like the way the MC30 here came out. He came out pretty good. A lot of these really came out very, very well. Let's show you the Nebulon too. The Nebulon came out good, and this is kind of stuff I can put on TikTok too. It's look at the new fleet. I did some videos of me actually doing some of the painting on there. And so that's one new thing that's been going on with the channel, is I'm trying to do more on other types of social media. So the big things are a Forgotten Dream, the new interactive role-playing game, and that's just me trying to come up with new content, new ways to engage with you guys. We have been talking about doing an RPG. I did a Fifth Trooper role-playing game show a while back, and that was fun. But I kind of wanted to do something a little different that could engage with you guys a little bit more, and so that's what birthed the whole concept of this Forgotten Dream system. It's more of a story, because I'm not going to be rolling dice in it. So, but you guys do get to pick what happens. Patreon levels at the RPG level or higher get to also add their input and do the voting. So they actually get to make the decisions, where you can volunteer things, and so definitely check that out. We're going to be putting the episode chapter 2 up for that in maybe about a week and a half ish, somewhere probably a little closer toward the end of the month. I think will work, and then we'll get chapter 2 out there. But the thing is, and why it takes longer is because chapter 2 hasn't been written yet. You guys still have to make decisions, and then of course, as the kind of game master, I will then incorporate your decisions into the story, and it will be written kind of as we go. So LVO has casual Legion and Armada tournaments too. That's cool. That's great. Will I be at GenCon? We're gonna take some Q&A also. Normally I do go to GenCon. Not this year. It's not a full GenCon. It's only a half GenCon, so it's not really worth the investment. It's expensive to go to conventions. I'm all the way down in Florida, in Central Florida. And so I'm not really driving distance of most of these events. The farthest I can really go for something is maybe Miami or Georgia, and I'm not going to Miami, but I might go up to Georgia for some things. There was a tournament right before COVID started that I was supposed to go to for Armada that I was going to do, but yeah. So I'm in a weird position where it becomes I have to fly. I have to do airfare and hotel for any kind of convention, so it becomes a big, a significant investment when there's so many gaming conventions that happen during a year. That can add up to a lot. So I really have to be picky and choosy about which ones I go to. And then there's also Star Wars Celebration, which I often try to do that. I don't even think I'm going to the Anaheim one. I mean, if Asmodee has a booth, like how FFG used to have the booth, if Atomic Mass Games has a booth or whatever, I might volunteer, to work that convention for them if they're looking for people. But then again, that's still really far out, and we don't know anything yet. So that's what I used to do in the past. I've done that for the past 2 Star Wars Celebrations, and it's been a blast. It's just a great opportunity. So I've done that. but yeah, this year Gen Con I'm not going. It's just not going to be enough people there. There's not going to be enough events, and AMG and all the Star Wars games that I cover aren't going to have a presence there. So there's even less reason for me to go. So let's see. How are you liking the Bad Batch? Oh, I think it's a great show. It's a really, really great show. But by the way, no spoilers or any of that stuff. But I watch all the Disney Plus shows, and I very much enjoy them. Loki's also good too. I like Loki. But yeah, so we've got the RPG show coming out. We got more social media stuff. The other thing is, for all you Legion players, we've got new tokens coming out from Fifth Troop, or not from from blah, 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 blah. We got some. I'm working on some luxury playstyle Legion tokens, and we're going to be making like a more of a formal announcement on these once they're completed. But we're getting there. You know, I don't have a timeline for you guys just yet, but I can say that production is moving along, or at least the design process is moving along. We're getting there. You know, we're definitely getting there. We've made a lot of progress. I've been putting a lot of effort into this too. So I'm really excited to get these things made and out to you all because these are going to be gorgeous tokens. So be sure to check that out. So yeah, luxury playstyle tokens are being created and being designed, and you know, there's new X-wing tokens that are out there that have just kind of been kind of being leaked out a little bit. Like some of the early kind of prototypes are out there. So if you guys follow luxury playstyle at all, you'll see there's some new X-wing tokens out there. They got I think Disarm is one of the new ones that's out there, and Tractor is one of the new ones out there. And there's some more of those in the works as well. So we've been trying to get the all the rest of the X-wing set done, and then the Legion set is in the kind of design process, and we're narrowing in on like, and in the way that basically the Legion tokens are going to be in waves. So like the first wave is going to be I wanted the first wave to be like the tokens that you're going to use the most, so you won't have to worry about like every single token in the game right away. So like our first wave will be like probably the most common tokens that you will need in just about every game, and then you know, after that we'll be able to kind of follow up with the tokens that are kind of somewhat less demands. So that's coming. We got some more questions, and let's see. Have you painted one of your Venators as the Resolute? I have not painted any Venators yet. Any wave. The only Wave 10 ship I painted was the Providence here, and I just did my own thing with this one. This is the only Wave 10 ship that I have painted so far. I certainly plan to do more, but I've been more busy lately. I've been doing more and more videos, been having stuff just show up. You know, like I just did a big dice video yesterday. I had a bunch of dice just show up in my P.O. box. I'm like, oh, all right, well, this is weird, because normally people like send me an email and they say like, hey, we got something coming. Speaking of things, if you guys are just tuning in, we are doing a giveaway for some promos. This is CommsNet, an Armada Flotilla card, or it's our fleet support card. I have two of these. One will be given away in the stream towards the end of the video, and one will be given away on Discord. So be sure to check out Discord. We have a giveaways channel in there, and so as I do giveaways, I'll post like a picture, like, hey, react to this, so you can just do like you can just react to the post. That'll run for like a week. So if you're watching this after the fact, you can get that, and I'll tag you. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, we're back. I guess we cut out for a second. We cut out for a second. Are we back? You guys hear me? Let me know. Let me know something. Because we just had a network interruption. This happens way too much. What is LVO? It's the Las Vegas Open. It's a big tournament. It's and for a large, I mean, it's kind of like a 40K tournament, but it's a really growing Legion and Armada and X-wing presence also. The Legion tournament filled up like right away. But there's other events that are happening too. There's narrative events, team tournaments, all kinds of fun stuff like that. All right, so So somebody asked, what do I think about the Onager? I think the Onager is a great ship. It might be a little too good. I haven't run one lately. I might run, maybe the next competitive event. For my last build, I just ran a Starhawk. I put a Starhawk on the table. That was it. I had other stuff off the table, but I started off. I just had a Starhawk on the table, so like a single ship build kind of. It was pretty wild. I was using Radis on the Starhawk to warp into Providence, and then to use the Providence. Not a Providence, a Profundity MC75 to then warp in a Hammerhead, Garel's Honor, and so it was a fun build because I could kind of deploy those things wherever I wanted. So I like that. I liked that build a lot. I like builds that if you're going to play it multiple times, you can do drastically different things with it. Would you be excited for a Mandalorian faction in Legion? Yeah, definitely. Especially if it was like if I didn't have to buy a whole new armies for it. Like what I would really like is for like a Mandalorian, like maybe sub faction that allow you to use your existing Mandalorians already. So your Clan Ren Mandos and those those Mandos that you have there, those work with it. Boba Fett works with it. Sabine Wren works with it, and and so you don't have to buy everything. Like I don't like the whole Wookiees. Like having to buy 3 more boxes of Wookiees for the Republic, and I don't like the ATRTs in the Republic and stuff. I wish you could just use them for cross faction, and things like that. And that's kind of the thing. Although I'm probably still going to get some more Wookiees. I don't know if I'm going to get 3 boxes though. I'll probably get 2. Would you be excited? All right. So someone made an old Republic mod for Armada on the tabletop sim. Yeah, I'm sure they did. That's pretty cool. Tabletop sim's interesting. What do you think is the best ship in the game? Which game? Armada? X-Wing? It's tough. For X-Wing, gosh, I don't know, man. Maybe the Ghost. Maybe the Millennium Falcon. I don't know what's the most competitive right now. I feel like the TIE Defender is pretty good. The classic X-Wings are pretty good too. X-Wing's got so many ships. For Armada, best ship in the game, I don't know, man. There's a part of me that says maybe the Starhawk. The thing with Armada is that everything is very well balanced, and so everything has a place where it can really shine. There's certain ships that are farther from the best, but I'm going to turn around and see here. Let's see. For the Separatists, maybe the Recusant right now, because it's so groovy and has such a crazy, awesome firing art. For the Rebels, it's a toss-up between the Starhawk because it is nigh unkillable, and I really like the Assault Frigate Mark II. I feel like it's maybe one of the most well-rounded ships in the game, and it can do almost anything. For the Republic, the Venator is just amazing, especially with the Spa T. And then for the Empire, I mean, you can make an argument for the Super Star Destroyer because it's the most beautiful. You can make an argument for the Onager because of that crazy range. But nothing beats the classic Imperial Star Destroyer, right? So that's my answer. It's a long, complicated answer. For overall, I'd say the Imperial Star Destroyer overall because it's also the most iconic. It's the most classic. It's also very, very well rounded. It has the most number. It has 4 ship cards, yeah, there you go. All right. Let's see what else we got going on. Does anyone know if there's a tabletop simulator for Armada? Yeah, there's TTS stuff. For Armada, there's also something called Vassal. So you can look at both of those. I don't usually cover that type of stuff very much, so I can't really direct you more than that, but you can ask in Discord. There is a specific Discord for the TTS version of Armada that can help you out with that. So yeah, if you're in my Discord, just ask in the Armada channels for a link to the Armada, the TTS Armada Discord, and that's basically concentrating on helping players play Armada in Tabletop Simulator, and there's a whole community there for that. Do you think I spend too much time painting my stormtroopers? I spend around an hour each and have 3 full squads for each miniature. I don't think that's too much time. I know there's some people that spend way more time than that per model, and there's some people that spend admittedly less time. No, if you enjoy the painting process, then you can't go wrong. If you're not enjoying it, then you maybe spend too much time. But if you're having a good time and enjoying yourself, then that's the most important thing. Second most important thing is the final product, being proud of what you've done. So if you, especially if you got both of those done, then you're doing everything right as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Do you know where to find the squid ship demonstration link? Um, yeah, that's on Atomic Mass Games' Twitch channel. So if you go to Atomic Mass Games Twitch, I believe it's there. How do you feel about Star Wars Armada Explained getting the AMG gig? It's fantastic. So, if you guys who don't know, for Armada players, Karnak got the who runs Star Wars Armada Explained, who is also the judge who took over for Ian Cross when Ian got hired by FFG. Then Karnak kind of took over as he was a leading rules guy. He took over as judge for like Worlds and GenCon and the high level events, and he was running the Armada at LVO last year, and then that got canceled, and all of these things. So AMG did hire him as to run to basically it was like a freelance kind of contracting job. He was contracted to help run the rules, the Armada rules forum, which is awesome. I mean, first off, he is proven to be, an excellent source to go to for rules, and the guy absolutely loves Armada. He knows way more than I do about the rules interactions and all things Armada. So as much as I hate to admit that, I'm not all knowing, and I make plenty of mistakes and everybody makes mistakes, but he probably makes one of the fewest numbers of mistakes. He's very very good as far as the rules go. So I love that they've reached out to a really good source of information within the Armada community to help run that. And they kind of did something similar with Legion. I believe I don't want to say anything about X-Wing just yet because there's some stuff that I've heard that I don't know if it's public yet, so I want to leave that alone right now. But good things, right? So from all they talked to LJ, to LJ Pena is running the rules forum for AMG for Star Wars Legion, and from what I understand, they've done something similar with X-Wing as well, but I guess we'll have to wait and see because, again, I don't know what's finalized and what's approved and what's official and what's cool to talk about. So, but yeah, the point is AMG is doing very good things right now, despite the fact that we don't have new product announcements yet. I know everybody's like, I want to see new stuff. I need new ships. I need more ships. I'm seeing a lot of people in the chat talk about wanting more ships. I understand. Of course, I do too. Good news for American players: the Pelta is should be shipping this week, so very soon, and that's exciting, right? That's very exciting. So we're gonna have all of Wave 10 now. If you don't live in the United States, you very well may have your stuff already. When will you do a repaint on the Invisible Hand to match Admiral Trench's? I'm not going to. I don't want to do that just because everybody else is doing that. That's cool for them. I probably am not. I thought I was going to, and I ended up doing something else. So I think I'm just going to do my own. Because I had to make a decision. Like, do I want to just do stuff? Can't. It doesn't mean that much to me, and I get and all of this, but at the same time, I think to myself, but I really would enjoy it more if I just came up with my own color scheme and my own paint job. And I think that's what matters the most, is enjoying it. So when you're doing painting, make sure you're doing stuff that matters the most. I like the blue Invisible Hand in the background. Yeah, this one. It's like a blue and purple, right? And it has some gray in there. So like blue and purple, I think it's strange because I did all of my other Separatist stuff in different like blues and grays and stuff like that to kind of have a canonical look, but being slightly different. And in this one, I went a little bit more off the beaten path, and it makes me think, well, maybe I'll go back to some of those other ones and add some more purple in there to kind of bring my Separatist fleet together. I think that's what I may end up doing. I'll add some more purple. Now, I didn't do that with my Republic. I tried to stay semi-canon and did everything, a lot of my paint jobs in reds, like this acclimator right here is all in red. And of course, there's this, and I did some in blue too, to be like 505, even though I'm not crazy about how those turned out, so I may go back and redo those. So, but it's okay to redo stuff. If you're not happy with something, then redo it. After a certain number of times, then you might have too much paint after a certain number of times. But have fun. There's always simple green. You can always silk a model in simple green. That'll also rot a little bit of the glue that's on there too. I've had a lot of Legion minis. I've repainted Legion minis before. I've re-soaked them in simple green. The magnets and some of the gluing gets looser and some pieces come apart if you leave them soaked too long. So just be careful when you're doing that. So let's see what else. We got some new stuff coming up soon. I've got some other gaming companies that I've been talking to, and so we've got some new reviews that'll be coming out. We got some more World of Tanks stuff on the way. We got some Kickstarter news. We got some new minis and that are going to be coming too. So we got a lot of other things that are kind of outside of Star Wars to talk about. So that's one of the things over the summer that we're going to be looking at. We'll be looking at some more non-Star Wars stuff. And I also want you guys to know that it's not necessarily like a break. Like I'm not trying to like abandon Star Wars. They're just now thing, and of course because of COVID and all these other things, and there probably will still be a slowdown for another year. So it's gonna continue to be like a slower news cycle for me, for the main, for the Holy Trinity of games that I cover. But that's not a permanent change. And trust me, there is plenty more Star Wars gaming news to talk about in the future. There's some things that I know about that I'm not going to talk about just yet. But and so this is, just take this with a grain of salt. But there's good things coming that I know are coming. There's some very good things that are definitely coming, and that's all I can say. Granted, that's not saying a whole lot, but there's things that I know about that I can't talk about just yet. But things that'll make a lot of you very happy. So, with that being said, just be optimistic and just bear with me for the slow immediate future. There's very cool things in the works. There's very cool things in production right now, perhaps. Yeah. So that much is really cool. How many '80s fans do we have in here? How many of you guys watched cartoons in the '80s? If you guys know, I'm a big Thundercats fan. There's some Thundercats movie that's supposedly in the works right now, and you can't see them, they're above me, but I always have I've got Thundercats stuff out here in the garage with me too. I'm a big Thundercats fan. Super 7, who makes the Thundercats, they just announced a Silverhawks Ultimates line, and I'm like, oh, I think I might have to get those. I may have to jump into Silverhawks because they're partly metal and partly real. And I thought to myself, wait, metal is real. So, but yeah, so Silverhawks are coming, so that's pretty cool. And of course, the Masters of the Universe show, it looks insanely good. If you haven't already, check out the new Masters of the Universe trailer. It drops this past week on YouTube. It looks amazing. This is how you do fan service and a true tribute to the same art style. Everybody is recognizable as the original '80s Masters of the Universe show, and He-Man and Prince Adam don't look identical, right? Like Prince Adam's is skinny and He-Man's big and stuff like that. So that's cool. It just looks great. What are predictions for Wave 3 of the Clone Wars? I've done so many videos about this, but I'll have to continue to do more. Since that will be the first AMG wave, unless there's a hidden FFG wave kind of in the pipe right now, I think it'll be kind of slow. I wouldn't be surprised if AMG starts going just one expansion at a time, and things like that. But I think another squadron pack is in order, ETA 2s and things of that sort. Architans are certainly in order for the Republic. The Lucre Hulk is certainly in order for the Separatists. I don't know if they have to be in that particular order, But I think for the Lucre Hulk to come out, it would make sense for more squadrons to also come out to do something like that. They might also do a campaign as their first expansion that AMG takes over, because the campaign will be a lot easier for them to like, hey, we don't want to have to design all the new mechanics and new ships and stuff. Let's just come up with a couple of cards and then a campaign. They might even do a campaign that doesn't have cards that are going to impact normal games, and that would be unfortunate if they did like a purely for fun campaign, because I wouldn't be interested in that. I like the campaigns. I'm just not a campaign player. I recognize a lot of other people are, so I'd still talk about it, but I don't know if I'd want to buy. I mean, I'd probably buy it just to unbox it and stuff, I guess. You know, if it's an official product, then sure. But I have very little interest in that, because I cover so many games and also board games too, and I don't have, but I also have a family and a job and all these other things going on, multiple jobs now. So like, how many game nights do I really get to play? You know, and so like Armada, I may only get to play, you know, once every 2 weeks. You know, and do I want that one time to have to be another campaign game? You know, same thing like Marvel Crisis Protocol or Legion or X-Wing and stuff like that. I feel like I want to just play, you know, regular, like standard games kind of, you know. And in the case of X-Wing, I lean a little more towards Epic, because that's just wild and crazy, and that's kind of like my favorite way to play X-Wing. So, how many of you guys are going to pick up the Trident class assault ship for X-Wing when that comes out? Big question. And what you can look for in my unboxing video of that is, can you wear it as a hat? Because I'm going to try to see if I can wear the squid as a hat. That's my prediction. Is I don't think it will fit on my giant head, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try and see how it works. But yeah, so that much is all. Yeah, it's got the co-op play. I mean, from a certain point of view, there's always been co-op play, because you can always play teams. You know, so you know, to me, co-op play is solo play. I don't like cooperative games as much unless there's like a winner. You know, so I don't mind when we're both cooperating, but whoever scores the most hits is the winner. Like, because then makes it like so semi co-op is my favorite, right? Oh, and speaking of which, FFG, who I haven't been talking about as much lately, they just announced the new Cthulhu submarine game, where it's basically Battlestar Galactica. Have you seen this? It's like, how many of you played the old Battlestar Galactica board game? Amazing game, and it inspired so many other games. I don't know if it didn't directly inspire Nemesis, but it had a lot to do with being some of the inspiration for Nemesis. So like, I'm excited about that. I think, you know, like, granted, I'd rather play Battlestar Galactica because I like the IP more, but it's still a fun mechanic, a fun game to play. You know, like, somebody's a Cylon. Who's the Cylon? Oh, you know, and maybe nobody's the Cylon. You don't even know if there's a Cylon. But then you're guaranteed. But then halfway through the game, everybody gets another round of cards, and there's guaranteed to be at least one. Sometimes there's two. You know, whoo, and that's gonna be funny. So that same mechanic, somebody's kind of like, what, controlled by Cthulhu or something like that. You know, you've gone crazy. You're like a cultist now, and so like, I like that. I like the hidden role stuff. So it's gonna be exciting. I think this is gonna be a real fun game to play. Maybe I'll get a review copy. I don't know. We'll have to see if Asmodee thinks that I'm worthy, or if I'm chosen. I mean, I think that game is gonna get a lot of attention. So they may not, but maybe they'll say, hey, we should send Crabbok a copy, because he can reach people that might not have seen it otherwise. Do you have Forbidden Stars by FFG? No, I do not. That one, I guess, got canceled before I knew about it, and so I never picked it up. Yeah. You have Battlestar Galactica Battles. Did you play a few games? I have never played Battlestar Galactica Starship Battles. Made a lot of videos on it. I have never played it. Not once. Ever. Like, I mean, with another person. Like, I played, like, with myself and kind of gone over the rules, but, you know, it kind of goes into like, COVID had a lot to do with that, because I interrupted some things. Damage. Oh, you killed me. I have 10 points of damage, you know. I wasn't as crazy about the system. I really, really like the miniatures, but I just never really got there. Like, And also sometimes like I'll have people come over and we'll do a game night here. But and that's a good time to kind of branch out and try other things. Star Galactica, because something else was always kind of took over. So, so I still have everything, but I just don't want to play it. Like I don't know, maybe someday. But that's more of a me having to be very selective with my time. Like I've gotten rid of so many games over the years. Like some I've sold, some I've just donated. I donate a lot of games. I give a lot of games away. You know, and and uh, and so I really keep the games that I want to play, that I have fun playing. So usually if you see a game behind me, it's something that I've either got still have more content to create on it, or it's a game that I just really love. And then every once in a while I'll shuffle the games around a little bit, but yeah, some stuff just has to go from time to time. Like Ticket to Ride has to go. Ticket to Ride has to go. Not that I did give away Labyrinth, as a matter of fact. Yes, that was a while back. That was one that I thought the wife was going to want to play. I had bought that as a present for my wife because she really like David. I hate Labyrinth, the movie, because David Bowie scared the heck out of me as a child. Like I just thought David Bowie was like something about that movie. Like it scared me. Like I saw it like in the wrong time of day or in the wrong frame of mind, and I was terrified. It gave me nightmares that he was going to come find me and put his fingers in my mouth. I don't know why that specifically, but so like I've never liked Labyrinth, but I bought it for my wife because I thought she would want to play it, but she's not really a gamer, so we ended up never really playing it. So I used it for a giveaway. I asked her permission first. But yeah, so that was I think that was when I did the 12 Days of Life Day. That was I think in the first 12 Days of Life Day giveaway. But yeah, so so a lot of stuff gets kind of given away and donated, and you do giveaways on the channel. I do giveaways here in Orlando. So I do a lot of stuff like that. But the games I keep are I've even given away stuff that I've backed on Kickstarter. That like by the time it showed up, I'm like when I backed, like, there was a game that I backed recently, like, I backed a long time ago that just showed up, and it was delayed for like 3 years. And by the time it came in, I'm like, I just don't even want to play this anymore. So I didn't even unwrap. I didn't even do an unboxing of it. Like, I just gave it away. So, Super Fantasy Brawl is one that might not make the cut. I need to try and play it again, because that one was a little expensive, because I kind of went all in on that one. I just don't know. I just don't know if I see myself playing Super Fantasy Brawl that much anymore from Mythic. Like, it's not terrible, but I just don't know it doesn't scratch, like, Street Fighter scratches the same itch and I think does it better, So I don't know. And then there's other games that I love that I just haven't played enough of, but the problem is with a lot of the board games that I have, when I have a game night, I also want to go back to the miniatures gaming side of the house, and I'm like, hey, I get to play a game this weekend. Okay, do I want to play a board game, or do I want to play Legion or Armada, or so it becomes really tough. But that's the way it goes. All right, I'm gonna kind of wrap things up here in a little bit. We've got some giveaways. All right, so CommsNet, I got 2 of these. One of these is gonna go on Discord. So if you haven't already, join the Discord. Click the link in the description below. Later today, probably within the next hour or so, I'm going to kind of upload one of these. And the other one's going to go out right now. Well, I'll tell you now, and we'll talk for a little bit more, and then I'll announce the winner. It's going to be to somebody who uses hashtag. Let's see what hashtag we're going to do. Use the hashtag Armada and tell me your favorite ship in the same post. Like, your favorite ship is a Gazanti, or your favorite ship is a Star Destroyer, and then include hashtag Armada there in the chat right here. And then you can win one of those, and I'll let that roll, and then we'll pick one kind of live. I'll do the magic swirly finger. We'll see how that goes. And then if you don't win, then you can just quite simply, just check it out on Discord. We have a pretty family-friendly Discord as well, so that is That is definitely that's definitely a plus. It's a great way to interact, especially if you're a new player and you've got questions, you're looking to learn a little bit more about the games. We've got communities in there for Armada, X-Wing, Legion. I have a video library section of the Discord too, where I put like certain, like if you want to watch games, like I keep my battle reports in there. I put a link to those once they get posted in the Discord. I also do like informative videos. Which is more popular, Armada or X-Wing? Probably X-Wing. I mean, X-Wing has been around longer, has a huge player base, but Armada is my favorite game of all time. So for me, it's Armada. But I think worldwide is probably still X-Wing. But then again, X-Wing also did lose a lot of players when they discontinued first edition and started doing second edition, right? So so that kind of scorned a lot of people. So the numbers could have shifted a little bit, but it's tough to know for sure. All right, let's see. We're gonna pick a winner. Winner of the Comsnet is gonna be Uncharted Land. Go ahead and shoot me an email at mailcrabbok@gmail.com. Yes, my email address. You can find it on the back end of my channel. Give me your shipping information, and I'll get this out to you. Anybody else, if you did not win, don't worry. You can hop in the Discord and check out the giveaways channel in there. And just I'll put it up there. I'll tell you what you need to react with, like maybe a double critical emoji or something like that, and that'll run for, you have about a week or so, and then we'll pick a winner there. So that's a great opportunity. And while you're there, we have a painting contest going on for all the whole month of June. So you can win. Well, you basically win a different role. You become an artisan of fate. You have a special chat color, and only the winners of the painting contests get to be artisans of fate in the Discord. Any game 40K stuff in there too. There's a lot of X-Wing Armada and Legion repaints in there, and a lot of that stuff. But there's a lot of other stuff too. There's a lot of 40K. There's a lot of Age of Sigmar stuff in there. A lot of Games Workshop stuff is also showing up. So so submit your paints. Paint something up, take a picture of it, put it in there. But we also have the picks channels too. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for today. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me, and I will talk to you later. I want to thank you so much, and as always, have a great day.